How to spot an American tourist. Tell me you're American without telling me you're American. You're telling me you could spot me, huh? Huh, mate? You can't spot me. I blend right in because my accent is perfect. I'm an Australian, half Brit. Tell me I'm not. I'm not a goddamn forsaken American twat.
Tell me you're American without telling me you're American, Rome edition. High socks and linen shirt, definitely American. Going and linen
High
shirt,
socks, huh?
Rome edition. High
It's kind of interesting because that's like trendy now. You know, I'm a millennial, so my socks are short, so you can't spot me. That's a Gen Zer. It must, well, I don't know. They're in style now. So, at least, I mean, I'm talking about America, obviously. Tall socks, tall white socks. That's interesting. You guys still wear the short socks? Let me look at these people. I mean, I see some tall socks, and maybe they're American as well. This guy's European. See, I would blend right in.
socks and linen shirt, definitely American.
Linen shirt.
Going on a Sunday to the Pantheon and waiting 5 hours to see the chapel for 20 seconds, 75% all American, 100%. Roma hat, definitely American. Taking it,
Wait, what?
American, 100%. Roma hat,
I don't even know what a Roma hat is, to be frank. Is that like something an American tourist would buy when they're in Rome?
definitely American.
I guess
Taking a taxi to go around Rome,
it would be like buying a cowboy hat.
definitely
Except
American.
people actually do wear cowboy hats in Texas.
Taking a taxi to go around Rome, considering that you take a car even to go to the toilet, I'm pretty sure that's American. It is a general rule that if
What are you supposed to do? Walk?
he wears flip-flops, there's a high chance he's American. However, if he wears sandals and white socks, there's a high chance that he's from Germany. It's Jesus Christ walking up.
Really? So, tall socks with shoes, American. Flip-flops, no socks, American. Tall socks, flip-flops, German. Okay. Interesting math.
Water vibe. Oh guys, this is pure satire. Here's another thing. If they eat in front of a major site in a restaurant, there's a super high chance that they're American. Why?
That's just a tourist mistake in general. Anywhere you go, I feel like that's a tourist mistake. It's not even really a mistake, it's just like a trap. It's smart business, really. I mean, that's what it actually is, a smart business. You have a million people going to a popular spot. So, of course, any restaurant set up near there is going to charge out the wazoo because they have so many potential customers. So, yeah, only the tourists are going to go there. Are only American tourists in Rome?
Because they accept the lower quality food as it is still
We just fall for this shit more often?
very high quality compared to many places in America.
The low quality food is still high quality to Americans. Oh my. I either laugh or I cry.
Want to take a picture with the sites. Generally speaking, the number one rule in Italy is never eat in front of monuments or something because you know it's going to be a tourist trap.
All right, fair enough. Americans who travel abroad. She's probably going to say that. Why am I reading that? How do I identify someone as an American? Let's do it.
Americans who travel abroad are always asking, how can you tell we're American? I'm going to show you a foolproof way to identify an American outside of America.
Okay.
Right there.
But you are an American. Okay.
That is an iced coffee. I'm in London right now. It's cold. It's around 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 4-ish degrees Celsius. You see, I'm sitting outside, my scarf, coat, everyone around me. It's cold. We're all bundled up.
Can I just say, you guys are nicely dressed over there, you know?
Everyone
You guys are just nicely dressed.
around me. It's cold. We're all bundled up. I am drinking a hot coffee today. I'm American, but if you see someone with an iced coffee out and about outside of America and it's cold outside, they are 99%.
That's a weird move even for an American. I mean, I drink plenty of iced coffee, don't get me wrong. Like, I drink it like every day that it's hot, but if it's cold out, I'm switching to hot. You know, that's how you do it. You switch based on the season. Why are you drinking iced coffee if it's cold outside? That's kind of odd. I get, but that's only an American thing. Okay. It's like a weird American thing. It's like, okay, not only is this person American, but they're one of the weird ones.
And chance, for sure, probably American.
Can't trust
Summer,
those ones.
The iced coffee train really just recently started running in Europe, and it hasn't picked up that much yet. In the summer, you might see some people that will have it. Most general restaurants outside of like a specialty coffee shop won't have it. It's a little bit better in the UK, and I think they're a bit more into the iced coffee in the way that Americans are, but not quite at the same level. But yeah, it's not always the makeup.
I wonder if it's something to do with the difference in coffee in general. Maybe just the coffee we have over here lends itself to being iced more. I don't know. I mean, iced coffees are huge. That's what, because Americans love ice. I'm trying to add this up, trying to make this make sense. Why do we like iced coffee? I think it's probably because Americans have giant cups, because an iced coffee always comes in a giant cup, because most of it is ice. The whole thing's filled up with ice to the brim, and then they put the coffee in. So you guys don't, in general, have like these giant cups, and also you guys just don't have as much ice, from what I understand. So that actually makes perfect sense that iced coffee is not as popular over there. But it is good.
It's not always the loud talk.
And then, of course, American coffee is just like half sugar in general. I'm not sure if that's a relevant factor or not.
But yeah, it's not always the makeup. It's not always the clothes. It's not always the loud talking. Sometimes it's the iced coffee.
But it's all those other things as well, huh? I can spot an American from a mile away. Whatever they're wearing, really.
You can actually identify an American when traveling in Europe. 1, they stand at the front of a restaurant and wait to be seated. In Croatia and Italy, you don't do that. You walk in and you sit down. And
how are they going to know you showed up? Interesting.
assume this is the case for many other European countries, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. 2, their concept of personal space is different.
I am laughing at the thought. I mean, that's funny enough that the Americans are doing that, but also the reverse would be funny. Like if you showed up to here in America and you just sat down at a table, that would be pretty funny. You would just be sitting there for a while, you know, wondering what the hell's going on, I guess. Although you might not even be wondering, because in Europe, like from what I understand, the service is just more relaxed. So you might just be sitting there at your table. No one's ever going to show up, and you're just fine with it. You're just fine. You're just relaxing, enjoying, you know, being alive or whatever you guys do. It's pretty cool.
Different. If they get very close to you, they're going to say, "Excuse me." This is different. If they get very close to you, they're going to say, "Excuse me," as opposed to a European who will probably push on past you, brushing your shoulder without saying a word. And 3, they might get a...
Interesting. Particularly here in the Midwest, that would be... you might get shot. I'm not even going to lie. I think you could get away with that in the big city, you know, in New York City or something. You could probably brush past people, especially in the subway and stuff. But here in the Midwest, where there's like sidewalks that are like 10 feet wide and the roads are like 50 feet wide, there's just no reason to ever bump shoulders with someone typically. And there barely anybody lives here, you know? It's like, you see one person, why would you bump shoulders with them? You know, but yeah, that's just a totally different circumstance, so it's understandable.
They might get a little exasperated when they're finished with their meal and the server does not come and immediately give them their check. In the US, there is a definite rhythm to eating out that does not exist here in Europe. And when you're ready for your check, you have to flag your server down. Because to come and offer it to you would be considered rude. And let's face it, even in the US, we know that it's a bit rude, because if we didn't, it wouldn't be accompanied by, "No rush whenever you're ready."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what they always say. They always say, "No rush whenever you're ready," you know. I mean, I'm not really easily offended, so I like when they don't say "no rush," I don't care, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't really. If they bring it really, really, really fast, then it's like, are you good? Like, are you okay? Because there is definitely an aspect of bringing the check that, in a way, it kind of means like, my job as your server, it's kind of like done. It's not done. Like, I'll still bring you stuff, whatever. But it like it's winding down, okay? I'm not going to be checking, you know, if you guys want more to eat and stuff, because I've already brought the check. So I'm just basically telling you, hey, like, I think you're done eating, you fatty. You know, maybe here in America, that's a good thing. I think you guys are done. Okay? You guys don't need any more food.
You guys realize in public when you spot an American?
It's the cap. It's resting on your
The
head.
cap. I don't wear a cap, so that wouldn't work on me.
Too bright. We're not that happy over here. You're too happy as well, just in general. Everyone in London is miserable. The wide, vacant smile. Like, yeah,
Vacant smile. What the hell?
they're just too...
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, bro?
really awful.
Bro, it is crazy I live in a society where someone's smiling and having a good time is seen as awful.
Not awful. It was an awful thing for me to say.
Oh, okay. I was like, really? That actually sounded a little bit rude, but it's not what she meant. Okay.
Awful thing for me to say.
Imagine someone saying, your smile is awful.
I've heard much worse, trust me.
The loud.
It's the loudest as
Yeah.
well. So am I very loud?
No, your jeans are bright. Your hair
No, not you.
is bright. Your shirt is pure white. You're taking
Oh, metaphorically loud.
a lot of space, like on the street, like with your presence.
How would you describe Americans'
Well, this guy's like 9 feet tall. Yeah, he's taking up a lot of
Like,
space.
you're taking up a lot of space, like on the street, like with your presence.
How would you describe
With your presence. These girls are very like kind of metaphorical. You're taking up a lot of space with your presence. But I kind of understand. Like it's kind of like an American, like you never know what they're gonna do. Oh, they're dancing. They're being stupid. No, I actually am a little bit confused by that, but I do sort of understand. Am I making any sense? Also, like I said, this guy's 9 feet tall, so yeah, he takes up a lot of space. That's for sure.
Like with your presence.
How would you describe Americans' aura?
Very loud and like vibrant. England, we more keep ourselves to ourselves, and like you can see it with our body language. We're more like
Right, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like where it's like if you're kind of reserved, whereas an American's like, "Eh." That's what she means, taking up space. Okay.
Yeah.
whereas you're more like open and like
Goal 8. Oh, that's all I had. Damn. I was hoping for more. But I'm sure you're sick of it. So the video's over. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.